Let us continue with our one-man show example. This key individual is also the person who would render a financial service. In other words, this individual would give advice or renders an intermediary service. So when that happens, this person is now wearing three hats: the FSP hat, the key individual hat, and the representative hat. And obviously this individual must comply with all phase requirements and obligations relating to each of these areas. What comprises a representative under the Phase Act? Let us begin by clarifying who is deemed to be a representative under the Phase Act. We will start by looking at the roles and responsibilities of representatives. Once a person uses judgment and provides a recommendation or an opinion or even guidance in respect to a financial service to a client, that person is giving advice and can be classified as a representative. As a representative of an FSP, the person then either renders an intermediary service or gives advice to clients. As such, the representative does not act for himself, but on behalf of the FSP. Even in the case of a sole proprietor FSP, where the whole business may consist of only one person, and the person fulfills different roles and in different legal and regulatory persona. Remember, we had our discussion around the key individual who functions as the key individual, the FSP, and a representative. Let's unpack the definition of representative. A representative gives advice or provides an intermediary service to the clients of the FSP. A representative must confirm to clients and certified by the FSP that he or she has an employment or mandate agreement with the FSP to represent the FSP, and that the FSP accepts responsibility for the activities of the representative performed in terms of the agreement. If a representative was debarred, he or she can only operate as a representative again if the procedures for reappointment of debarred representatives has been followed. We discuss the reasons for debarment in more detail later. A representative must be fit and proper as required by the Phase Act. A representative appointed in the period 30th of September 2004 to 31st December 2009 may work under supervision whilst obtaining the required experience requirements, subject to certain conditions. Representatives appointed after 1 January 2010 have to work under supervision whilst getting the required qualifications or completing the regulatory examinations. A representative must comply with the Phase Act and other relevant laws which apply to the conduct of business. We discuss compliance with the General Code in more detail later. If a representative is also the KI, it follows that the representative will also have those responsibilities in addition to the representative's responsibilities. Now, remember that the FSP licenses and authorizes an FSP. Then that the FSP becomes a registered and licensed FSP, as we see in all advertisements and fine print. Representatives are then appointed by the FSP, either through employment or through a mandate type agreement.